countries in the world. The Netherlands. Honestly, it's a place that constantly surprises. This small but powerful nation is, of course, famous for its stunning canals, those iconic windmills that just whisper history, breathtaking tulip fields that are a riot of color, and a truly innovative spirit that you just have to admire. It's all rather charming, isn't it? You can practically smell the tulips and hear the gentle creak of windmill sails already. But believe me, there's so much more to discover beyond the picture-perfect postcards. We're going to delve into some fascinating aspects that make the Netherlands truly stand out. From their towering average height, seriously, it's like a nation of very friendly giants. You almost expect them to offer you a boost to see over things. To their rich artistic legacy, which has gifted the world so much beauty and profound thought, the Dutch offer a fascinating blend of tradition, nature, and modernity. It's this wonderful mix that makes them so incredibly special, a real standout on the world stage, and I can't wait to share it all with you. So, get yourselves comfy, perhaps grab a cup of tea or coffee, maybe even a cheeky biscuit. We're about to embark on an adventure into the heart of Dutch culture, their sky-high citizens, and their wonderfully unique way of life. We'll uncover what makes them tick, what they value, and maybe even pick up a few tips on how to be effortlessly cool and incredibly tall. Let's begin our journey. It's going to be fabulous, I promise you. Let's begin our journey into the wonders of the Netherlands. Now let's talk about something you literally can't overlook when you visit the Netherlands. The people. Dutch men, on average, stand at a rather impressive 183 centimeters, that's just over 6 feet tall, and Dutch women aren't far behind, averaging around 170 centimeters or 5'7". It's quite something, isn't it? You find yourself looking up a lot. For decades, they've consistently topped the global height charts, making them, quite officially, the tallest population on Earth. It's not just a random observation, it's a well-documented phenomenon that has scientists and casual observers alike rather intrigued. Imagine a country where finding someone your height if you're average elsewhere feels like a special occasion. This isn't just a slight difference, it's a noticeable characteristic of the entire nation. So what's the secret to their lofty heights? Well, it's not just one thing, more like a cocktail of factors. Shaken, not stirred. Genetics certainly play a significant role, with studies suggesting a natural predisposition towards tallness within the Dutch gene pool. It seems that over generations, certain genetic markers associated with height have become more prevalent. Think of it as a slow and steady climb up the genetic ladder, quite literally. Scientists have been looking into specific gene variants that are more common in Dutch populations compared to others, offering clues to this fascinating biological trait. It's a complex puzzle, but the genetic piece is undeniably large and important. But it's not all down to good genes, oh no. Environmental factors are hugely important too. The Dutch enjoy a high standard of living, with excellent health care, including prenatal and postnatal care, which contributes to healthy growth from the earliest stages of life. Then there's their diet, traditionally rich in dairy products like milk and cheese, packed with calcium and protein, essential building blocks for growing tall and strong. It's often said that Dutch children are practically raised on milk, and when you see the results, you can understand why this dietary habit has persisted and is often pointed to as a key contributor to their impressive average stature. Interestingly, some researchers also point towards a sort of natural selection at play. Studies have indicated that taller Dutch men and women have, on average, had more children than their shorter counterparts, subtly shifting the average height upwards over generations. It's a fascinating idea that societal preferences or perhaps even biological advantages linked to height could have contributed to this upward trend. It's not about actively choosing taller partners necessarily, but more about subtle advantages that taller individuals might have had historically, leading to greater reproductive success. This evolutionary perspective adds another layer to understanding this unique national characteristic. And of course, a country full of tall people needs an infrastructure to match. You'll notice things are often built on a slightly grander scale in the Netherlands. Door frames might be a little higher, countertops a bit taller, and public transport designed with more legroom. Well, sometimes, it's a practical necessity really. Imagine trying to navigate a world built for people a foot shorter than you. From public seating to the design of homes and offices, subtle accommodations are made, ensuring that daily life isn't a constant series of bumped heads and cramped knees. It's a testament to their practical approach to life. Beyond their impressive height, the Dutch are known for a distinct set of cultural values that shape their everyday lives and interactions. Pragmatism is a cornerstone of the Dutch mindset. They value common sense, efficiency, and finding practical solutions to problems. This is often coupled with a strong sense of tolerance and an emphasis on individual freedoms, which has deep historical roots. They're not ones for fuss or unnecessary drama, preferring a straightforward approach. This practicality extends to many aspects of life, from their innovative water management systems to their social policies. It's a culture that values getting things done effectively and respecting diverse viewpoints, which is quite refreshing. One of the most talked about aspects of Dutch culture is their directness in communication. Now, this can be a bit of a surprise if you're not used to it. The Dutch tend to say what they mean and mean what they say, often without the layers of politeness or indirect phrasing common in other cultures. While this can sometimes come across as blunt, it's generally not intended to be rude. Instead, it's seen as a mark of honesty and efficiency. They value clarity and believe that beating around the bush wastes time. So if a Dutch person gives you very direct feedback, try to see it as a sign of respect for your ability to handle the truth. It can actually be quite liberating once you adjust. However, this directness doesn't mean the Dutch are impolite. Far from it. There's a strong sense of social etiquette. Punctuality is highly valued, so being on time for appointments is crucial. When meeting someone, a firm handshake and direct eye contact are customary. They appreciate sincerity and consideration for others. It's more about being genuine and straightforward than adhering to overly elaborate social rituals. Politeness is expressed through respect and clear communication, rather than through excessive compliments or indirect language. So while they might tell you your new haircut is interesting, they'll also hold the door open for you and thank you sincerely for any help. Community values are also deeply ingrained in Dutch society, often encapsulated by the untranslatable but cherished concept of gezelligheid. This word roughly translates to coziness, conviviality, or a feeling of togetherness and warmth. It's about creating a pleasant atmosphere, enjoying simple pleasures with friends and family, and fostering a sense of belonging. You'll see this in their love for cozy cafes, community gatherings, and well-kept neighborhoods. There's a strong emphasis on social cohesion and looking out for one another, which contributes to the high quality of life enjoyed in the Netherlands. It's a feeling and atmosphere that they actively cultivate. And no discussion of Dutch culture would be complete without mentioning their incredible cycling culture. Bicycles are an integral part of daily life for almost everyone, regardless of age or social status. The Netherlands boasts an extensive network of dedicated cycle paths, making it safe and convenient to get around on two wheels. It's not just a leisure activity, it's a primary mode of transport for commuting to work, going to school, or running errands. This love for cycling reflects their pragmatism, their commitment to sustainability, and their desire for an active lifestyle. You'll see people cycling in all weathers, often carrying groceries, children, or even pets. It's truly a sight to behold and a testament to their sensible and eco-friendly approach. Now let's whet our appetites and talk about Dutch cuisine, particularly what fuels these tall, pragmatic cycling enthusiasts on a daily basis. While the Netherlands might be famous for its cheese, stroopwafels, and perhaps the occasional bitterbal, everyday Dutch food, especially breakfast and lunch, tends to be quite simple, hearty, and practical, much like the people themselves. It's less about elaborate preparations and more about good quality, straightforward ingredients that provide sustained energy for the day. You won't find overly complicated dishes for these meals. Efficiency and wholesomeness are often key. It's food designed to get you going and keep you going. Breakfast in a Dutch household is typically a no-fuss affair, but quite a delightful one. Bread or brood is the star of the show. This isn't just any bread, they have a fantastic variety from hearty whole wheat, volkorenbrood, to lighter white bread. Slices are often topped with a fascinating array of things. Of course, cheese is a staple. Gouda, Edam, you name it. Cold cuts like ham or beef are also popular. But the real magic, especially for children, and many adults, is hagelslag, chocolate sprinkles. Yes, sprinkles on buttered bread for breakfast. It's brilliant. Other sweet toppings include pindakaas, peanut butter, and fruit preserves. It's a quick, easy, and surprisingly satisfying start to the day. Lunch or mid-dageton often mirrors breakfast quite closely, which can be a surprise to those from cultures with a tradition of hot, cooked lunches. The Dutch frequently opt for more broodjes sandwiches. These might be prepared at home and taken to work or school or bought from a local broodjeswinkel sandwich shop. Again, cheese, cold cuts, and perhaps some raw vegetables like cucumber or tomato are common fillings. Sometimes a simple soup or a small salad might accompany the sandwiches, especially in colder weather. The emphasis is on a light, quick meal that doesn't lead to a post-lunch slump, allowing people to get back to their day efficiently. It's all about practicality and keeping things moving. Between meals, particularly mid-morning or mid-afternoon, you have the wonderful institution of koffietijd, coffee time. This is a cherished ritual in Dutch culture. It's a moment to pause, enjoy a cup of coffee. The Dutch are among the world's biggest coffee drinkers, and often indulge in a small treat. This might be a simple biscuit, a slice of cake, or perhaps a stroopwafel, that delicious caramel-filled waffle cookie. Koffietijd is not just about the caffeine hit, it's a social moment, a chance to chat with colleagues, friends, or family. It's a little pocket of gezelligheid in the middle of a busy day and a very civilized tradition, I must say. While our focus here is on breakfast and lunch, it's worth noting that the main hot meal of the day is dinner, or avondeten, usually eaten around 6 or 7 p.m. This traditionally consisted of potatoes, vegetables, and meat or fish, the classic AVG, aardappelen, groente, vlees. However, contemporary Dutch cuisine is increasingly diverse, influenced by international flavors, especially from Indonesian, Surinamese, and Turkish cuisines, reflecting the multicultural nature of the country. And let's not forget snacks, from patacha oorlog, fries with various sauces, to herring from a street stall. There are plenty of uniquely Dutch treats to try when you're out and about. Well, there you have it, my dears. A little whirlwind tour of the Netherlands from their rather statuesque population. Honestly, I'd need stilts to feel average there, to their wonderfully direct way of telling you exactly what's on their mind, and all that cycling. It's quite the place, isn't it? So much more than just tulips and windmills, though they are, of course, absolutely fabulous. I hope you've enjoyed our little peek into what makes the Dutch, well, Dutch. It's a country that manages to be both incredibly sensible and delightfully quirky all at once. We've barely scratched the surface, of course. There's so much more to explore, from their incredible art museums to their innovative approach to living with water. But hopefully, we've given you a taste of why the Netherlands is such a fascinating and forward-thinking nation. Perhaps you're already planning your trip, or maybe just contemplating adding hagelslag to your breakfast routine. And why not? A little bit of Dutch directness and a sprinkle of chocolate can only improve one's day, I'd imagine. So, from all of us here, thank you so much for joining me, Ruma, on this adventure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and perhaps share this with someone who needs a bit of Dutch inspiration in their life. We'll be back soon with more fascinating journeys. Until then, as they say in the Netherlands, tot ziens. See you later. Go on now, off you pop. You.